Hello everyone, this is Julian from Kanen Coffee, and today we have a very special machine with us in the shop. This is the Marzocco GS3. This is a small version of their GS line. Um, Originally made for a coffee cart, but now for the home. And this machine has quite a few. I actually have the whole paper right here so that we could read it off. Quite a few things I've done to it. Mainly, it was brought in, or actually mailed in from, if I believe, Texas, and the customer just wanted to revamp the whole machine, and so we did. Starting off with a tune-up. This is where we would descale the entire boiler. You do have two huge boilers in there, so it does take a while. And then replacing the group head gasket. Also back flushing the machine just so you could clean out all the piping that goes through it. After that, we installed a brand new group head. This was not originally on the machine. The original one is the normal version of the GS3. No handle, no paddle, no pressure gauge, none of that. Just water. You click a button and it does it for you. But yeah, and so we replaced it with a brand new group head. And so when we say brand new group head, we're not talking about this metal piece that is pretty hot, but we're talking about all the electronics here, all the insides, all the piping, all the jigglers and stuff like that, and even the going towards the back. We replaced all of it, did a whole revamp on the machine. We replaced one of the solenoid valves on the right side. This is the solenoid valve that goes into your steam boiler. So your steam boiler was overfilling quite a lot, and what happens is if that solenoid valve is either bad electronically or hydraulically, the water would just, from the water line, would just keep pushing, and it would go into the steam boiler and just keep filling it up without it wanting to. Also replaced two of the pipes that were in the group head. We cleaned all the water level probes that are in there because on top of that, the machine will not read that there was enough water, and that happens because scale just builds up on the probes and then it can't conduct the water that is actually in the boiler. We did that, and then we replaced 3 valves on your boiler, which would be the safety valve that's right in the middle of the machine right here. We replaced the vacuum release valve, which is, this one is on, I think, the right side of the boiler. Yes, right here, on the steam boiler. And then also the expansion valve, and we had to buy a new pipe for the expansion valve, being this one down here that you can see in the drip tray. The original customers tried to drain the boiler and bent the pipe a little bit, so we did replace the pipe also. Another thing on top of that, the steam boiler wasn't turning on at all. Even when we got it in, tested it, ran it, wouldn't turn on. And the steam boiler, through the settings, was on. And so we looked in the back, looked in the motherboard, and we seen that in the motherboard was quite scorched SSR relay. So we replaced it, turned it on, and the steam boiler kicks on like normal. So we replaced one of the SSRs. Also, we did just overall during the tune-up, we did fix a few things like this knob. You're gonna feel it when you do get it. It's a little bit more smoother, and you can see there's a little bit of what's it called? Lubricant in there, so it smooths around. It's really just on and off, so you really just click it and it goes. There's not really a little bit of play in between that middle, so it's just on and off and on. And then, of course, you have the nice steam one, got a hot water one. You can't burn your hand on these things. And small other things here and there. We just went around fixing the machine, make sure it was a great and all-around machine. Also, we did replace some parts that were just broken, and we replaced parts that never came in the package originally, like the ability to use water tank mode. We bought the piping for it, we bought the hosing, we bought the clamps, and then we replaced the motherboard's cover, which is very important because you don't want any water going back there, just in case of a leak. But yeah, and so we're on water tank mode. We do have water in the machine. We do have a portafilter with a bed of coffee. We are going to test the machine, brew a shot, and then we're going to go from hot water to steam. One thing about brand new gaskets is that they're very tough, and so don't worry about the portafilter being there. And of course, there's probably a lot of coffee in the basket, but the reason this is super cool and super important to the whole repair is that you're able to mess with the flow that goes to your group head. And so as you see, when we do open it, again, it's brand new. There's gonna be a part. I can hear the water a little bit. You're gonna see that move. You can mess with the water, as you can see, like that. So you want pre-infusion, and once you kick all the way in, it goes to 9 bars. And then if you want to just drop it down, up, it works like that. And so, again, play with it, have fun with it. It is new, so it is very, like, you have to use a little bit of torque in your hand, but everything else will wear it into place. Like normal, we're brewing quite a great shot. We are getting 9 bars there, 9 bars there. And we're just going to turn it off and get a full cup. As you can see, all the water goes out even before the pump's gone because he closed that valve. And yeah, take this out. Got an even better coffee. I did put too much coffee in there. That was the reason. So we're just going to clean that. Like that. Now we're going to test the steam wand first because the steam wand's easier to test, and when you use the hot water, it drains the boiler. Just want to get some of the water out. As you can see, nice and commercial grade steaming. Got a force spout on there, cleaned up the steam wand a bit, descaled it through and through, because that's what you want to do for these machines, and yeah, really great. And then hot water, we're going to grab a little container, push off to the side so that it doesn't mess with. And this button, you can actually program it for how long you want the water. We programmed it for our descaling, and so it runs a little bit long, but you can program it for however long you want, or short you want. But yeah, so the tea's going to run through, it's going to stop at some point like that, and you're going to hear that pump try to push all the water into the steam boiler. And that's about it for this repair. If you like this video or any of our other videos on our channel, leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching.